Very good morning, everyone. How are you all? Last class, any doubt? Last class, last question. Make one correction. Last day I became angry, and because of that red face, I have done some mistake. Na, इसलिए don't become angry. Otherwise, what will happen? Mistake will happen. Correct? So have a smiling face always. Correct na? So what is this mistake na? So adjusted purchase will come, that you have understood. Opening stock, closing stock will not come in the last question. Remember last question? So this will be how much? This plus this how much? 10 lakh 28,000. Means what I have done, I am also not. 9 lakh minus 1 lakh 28, 8 lakh 28. What is this? मतलब गजब है ना? गजब mistake. But the mistake can be done by any person. Correct? So if you are doing mistake, don't be don't be sad, don't be afraid. Mistake होता है. But once mistake done, जैसे I have said sorry to you all of you, you also said sorry to yourself and then proceed. चलेगा? Understood. Now I have also given two illustration. अच्छा, last concept GP margin concept, have you understood? 1 by 10 of sales is equal to 1 by 9 of cost. Means whenever cost is given, you want GP margin based on what? Nalak. Whenever cost of goods sold is given, so you want GP margin based on cost. So if GP margin based on sales is given, we need to convert that into GP margin based on cost. And if sales is given, you want GP margin based on sales. So if GP margin based on cost is given, you need to convert that into sales. That is the only rule. Rule, have you understood? So you just find out what is given and what GP margin is given. Sales is given, you want GP margin based on sales. Cost is given, you want GP margin based on cost. So just convert GP margin as per the requirement. You have understood how to convert, correct? You have understood how to convert. In this chapter, once again I am saying cost means cost of goods sold. Then I have given two illustration. Of course you have done. I know when you have done, when you have not done. Correct na? So last class to you have got what? You have got something na from my side. Everyone have done? Anyone who have not done? From phrase when I said na good morning, you said good morning. I understood. From that today to you have come by revision only. Therefore I am not asking any question. Correct na? So better I will ask question next day. Correct? मजा आएगा. So first let us come to illustration number 7. Have you understood illustration number 7? Have you done it? Not done? Not done only. So you have some relaxation for some day. I will not say anything to you for some day. Correct? So what is given? From the following information, calculate historical cost of inventory using adjusted selling price method. Using what? Adjusted selling price method. So illustration number 7. Have you understood? Those who have done, I am asking to them, have you understood? Not understood? Have you understood? Good question. That's why I have given. Write down MRQ. MRQ means must revise question before exam. MRQ. MRQ means must revise question before exam. Whenever you do any question and you find difficulty in that question, write on MRQ by your own. Means revise before exam. So there are some questions you need to identify that question to be revised before exam. And there are some questions in which only 1 or 2 point you have not understood. So that point give star mark and write on MRQ that point only. There is no need to read entire question. Suppose you are doing final account, every point only two adjustment you have not understood. Just write on MRQ there. So before exam you need to revise that point. Correct? Yes sir. So sales during the year 2 lakh, cost of purchase, they have given cost of purchase. Cost of purchase means what? Cost of purchase means cost of goods sold. Very good, very good. Excellent. Cost of purchase means what? Cost of purchase means what? opening stock plus कुछ भी cost of purchase means already we have done it is what purchase price plus direct expense. Purchase price means what? Invoice price less trade discount plus non-refundable duties and taxes. Direct expense means any expenses which are incurred to bring the asset in present location. Correct? So cost of purchase, when I say, so can I say it means it include what? Purchase price and direct expense, but it is not inclusive of opening stock. It is purchased during the year. Means cost of purchasing goods during the year. Correct? So it is purchase plus direct expense that is given. Correct? Understood. Then opening inventory is nil. In this question, opening stock is nil and closing stock is what? 50,000, and closing stock is given at selling price. And we need to use which method? We need to use which method? Adjusted selling price method. You remember adjusted selling price method. But in this question, what is not given? GP margin is not given. And can I say for adjusted selling price method, we want GP margin? So first we need to find out opening stock is how much? Nil. Cost of purchase how much? Cost of purchase 2 lakh. So can I say opening stock plus cost of purchase means what? Opening stock plus cost of purchase adjusted purchase. Huh? Abhi I have not done minus closing stock. Huh? If I'll do minus closing stock, then it will become adjusted purchase and then it will become cost of goods sold also. Correct? But this is not cost of goods sold. Why? Because till now what is not deducted? Closing stock. So can I say these are goods available for sale? Goods available for sale. So what is the total goods available for sale? Means these are the goods available for sale, and during the year some goods has been sold at what price? So out of these some goods has been sold at what price? 2 lakh. And some goods has not been sold, but whose selling price is what? 50,000. Means can I say these total goods can be sold at what price? Means these goods can be sold, this total goods can be sold at what price? Out of these some goods has been sold at what price? Out of these are the total goods available for sale. Out of these there are some sales during the year. Means out of these some goods has been sold at what price? 2 lakh. And some good is not yet sold, but which can be sold at what price? 50,000. So if you want to sell this entire goods, what is the total sales value? 2 lakh 50,000. Means can I say total sales, total sales will be what? 2 lakh plus 50,000. If entire goods is sold, means these goods can be sold at what price? 2 lakh 50,000. So if entire goods has been sold, what is the total profit? So can I say total GP will be how much? 50,000. Means can I say if all the goods are sold, what is the total profit? 50,000. So now can we calculate GP margin? So therefore GP margin you understood? GP margin will be equal to GP by total sales. Either you can calculate on sales or in terms of cost into 100. So but GP is how much? 50,000. What is the total sales? 2,50,000 into 100. So it become how much percentage? So 20% of sales or cost. This 20% of sales or 20% of cost? Because it is on sales now. So 20% of sales. Understood. So can I say GP margin was not given. We are now understood how to calculate GP margin. Once you get calculated GP margin, now you can find out cost price of closing stock. So what is the sale price of closing stock given? The first write on this is illustration number point number 8, calculation of GP margin. Correct. Then on point number 2, cost price of closing stock. So what is the sales value of closing stock? Bolo. How much given? 50,000. From this what will deduct? Gross profit. Gross profit is 20% of what? 50,000 only. So how much profit included in this? 10,000. So what is the cost price of closing stock? Cost price of closing stock 40,000. Understood? Have you understood? Any doubt? Understood? Have you understood or not? Correct. Then we'll do illustration number 6. Illustration number 6, let us come. Same question, but in illustration number 6, cost of purchase is not given. We need to calculate cost of purchase first. You can see Mr. XYZ are in retail business. Following information are obtained from their records. Good received from suppliers subject to trade discount and taxes. So can you say this become invoice price? Then trade discount 3%, sales tax 11%, packaging and transportation charges 87,500. Sales during the year itna, sales price itna. So can similar question? Only in this question first we need to calculate what? Cost of purchase, then become same to same. Correct? So can we do? So the first now we'll calculate what? Cost of purchase. What is invoice price? How much? 15 lakh 75,500. Then minus what? At what rate? 3%. 3% is what? 47 265. Then what? नहीं पहले मैंने कहा 15,75,500 minus 47,265 is equal to what? 15,28,000. Then plus what? If nothing is given, always will assume that it is non-refundable. So sales tax at what rate? Means previously there was sales tax, now it becomes GST. So now in exam they will give GST, they will not say sales tax. So we'll add GST as it is. So 11% into 11%, how much? 11% na? 1,68,105. So this become how much? 16,96,340. Then in this what will add? Transportation expenses they have given. So what is transportation expenses? बताओ. This given 87,000. Means packing and transportation expenses, you can say both only. So 87,500 become how much? 17,83,840. Correct? So this become cost of purchase. Now it becomes similar to what? Previous question. Now you can do by your own. Now you calculate what? Calculation of, bolo, calculation of GP margin or GP ratio also you can say. Without opening stock is given, not given, will assume nil. Cost of purchase how much? Cost of purchase 17 lakh 83,840. So this become cost of goods available for, means it might have been in your exam they have given opening stock, and therefore I am informing that opening stock will be added. Correct? So cost of goods available for sale. How much? 17 lakh 83,840. And total sales means it can be sold at what price? Batao. It can be. So some goods have been sold at what price? 22 lakh 45,000. So 22 lakh 45,500. And there are some goods which remain unsold, can be sold at what price? 2 lakh 35,000. How much? 24 lakh 80,500 na. So bata what is GP? Gross profit how much? 6 lakh 96,660. ठीक है. 6,96,000. How 69? It is 840. Have you written something wrong? It is not. It is not correct. ठीक है ना, 1 रुपीज ले लो मेरे से. अरे बाबा ठीक है, राउंडिंग ऑफ आई हैव डन. फॉर 1 रुपीज यू आर फाइटिंग. हाँ ठीक है, वी हैव डन इन मैटरिटी कॉन्सेप्ट ना, राउंडिंग ऑफ कैन बी डन. तो आई इग्नोर डेसिमल. चलेगा. ठीक है. ओके. योर आंसर इज ऑल्सो करेक्ट, माई आंसर इज ऑल्सो करेक्ट. चलेगा. ठीक है. दे विल नॉट डिडक्ट मार्क्स फॉर दिस. ओके. नाउ जीपी रेशियो इज व्हाट? 6,96,660 divided by what? 24,80,500 into 100. How much? 28.08%. Check करो, our answer is correct ना? Yeah, 0.9% is coming 88 something. क्या? They have done rounding up. 0.9 ना? तो 9 कर दूं? 0.9% on what? Cost of sales. Sales only. Now point number 3, what will calculate? Calculation of what? Cost price of closing stock. बताओ. What will do? What is the sales value of closing stock given? 2,35,000. From this what will deduct? GP. GP is what? 28.09% of what? 2,35,000. What is the amount? 6611. Okay. So this become how much? 2,35,000 minus 66,011 is equal to 1,68,989. चलेगा. You write on 8. Understood. So this become cost price of. So this is favorite question. They can ask this type of question in exam. चलेगा. In this also write on MRQ. Have you done illustration number 1, 2, 3? Any doubt in that? 1, 2, 3 for all have completed. I think practice हो गया, revision also हो गया, and I think no doubt in that. Correct? Okay. Done. What was the last point we have done? Adjusted selling price method. Now what was the point number? So now 10 will come. 10. That down. That concept stock taking. Stock taking means physical counting of stock. Physical counting of stock. Now everyone, I hope you have understood that for physical counting of stock, we have discussed that closure of business is required. Okay? Now, normally we should count physical stock at year end. Now suppose this is 31st March, but normally on 31st March we don't close our business because that is year end now. It might happen it is not an holiday. Quite possible. So can I say if 31st March is not an holiday and we cannot close our business on that date, so stock taking means counting is not possible on that day. So either we do what? Some year before, some days before what? 31st March, or we'll do some days afterward 31st March. Quite possible. So suppose if you have done on 15th March or 15th April, correct? Now suppose we have calculated, means we have counted closing stock on this date and we have done stock taking on this date, and suppose our closing stock is coming 10 lakh. Are you able to understand? So whether this will be closing stock on 31st March? No. It means can I say then after counting closing stock we should do some adjustment for these transactions. So it means can I say we should add and deduct something. So what should be added and what should be deducted, that we need to understand. Batao, what should be added? We should add what? Purchase during this period. Then we should deduct what? Purchase return during this period. We should deduct what? Sales during this period, and we should add what? Sales return. Bole yes or no? Correct. Means this will be plus, this will be minus, this will be minus, and this will be plus. Have you understood this point? So automatically after this adjustment we'll get what? Closing stock at year end. Closing stock at year end. Understood? Correct. But normally what happens? Normally practically we do stock taking after year end. Normally it is quite possible in your exam they have given stock taking has been done on this date. Correct. So suppose you got closing stock as on this date 10 lakh. Suppose you got 10 lakh. So whether you can write down this stock in your balance sheet? No. So some adjustment is required for this transaction which has been done after 31st March. So but the what adjustment will be done? You only say. But the purchase will be added, deducted. Now deduct purchase. Deduct purchase because this purchase was not done during the last year. So it should be deducted. Purchase return what will do? Plus purchase return. Sales what will do? Plus sales, and sales return what you do? Minus sales return. So this adjustment is required. I hope you have understood. After this adjustment, can I say automatically the stock will become closing stock at year end. Correct. Now we all know that this is cost price. Correct. So when you are saying sales and sales return, so but the adjustment should be done at cost of sales or sale price of sales value. Means we should do this adjustment with sales value or cost price. Means sale has been done at sales value, but this adjustment should be done at cost price of sales. Is sale price of sales, cost of sales or sales value? Cost of sales means can I say from these we should deduct profit and then we should find out cost, and adjustment should be done at cost. Then only you can find out cost. So whenever sales is given, so sales will be given at sales value, but we require closing stock at cost price. So that sales will be converted at cost price by using which concept? GP margin concept. GP margin concept. Have you understood this point? Can I give in writing? Right on. If stock taking has been done before 31st March. Madam. So first we'll calculate cost price of stock on the date of stock taking. Understood? On the date of stock taking. Then in this we'll add cost of purchase. I've written cost of purchase. Correct? And we should deduct what? Cost of purchase return. Cost of purchase return. Correct. Then we should deduct what? Cost of goods sold. बोलिए सुनो. Cost ना. Cost of goods sold. Are you able to understand? Then we should add what? Cost of sales return. This point have you understood? बताओ. Means this adjustment is required from which date to which date? From stock taking date to what? Year end. बोले yes or no? So from stock taking date to year end. Year end. Have you understood this point? So this become what? What? Cost price of stock at year end. At year end. This point have you understood? There down. Next point. If stock taking has been done after 31st March. Madam, first we'll find out cost price of stock on the date of what? Stock taking. Yes, sir. Then from this we'll deduct what? Less cost of purchase. Then we'll add what? Cost of purchase return. Then what? Add or less? Cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold. Then less what? Cost of sales return. So this become cost price of stock at year end. So I hope you understand this cost means what? The cost of goods sold. So of course they will give sales price. So for this sale price do minus GP. So automatically you will get what? Cost. Understood this point? So you need to use GP margin concept. Understood why I have done GP margin concept before this? So that you can do this type of questions also. Can we take one question if you permit? We have done up to 7. Now this type of questions I think can be asked, but these type of questions are difficult. Stock taking. However, I will once again come to stock taking after two more chapter, because there are some point which we'll do in some other chapter. For example, consignment chapter, sales on goods on approval basis. So after that two chapter, once again I will come to this topic. Means there are some questions which will not be able to understand. So whenever in this type of question they have used consignment or sales on goods on approval basis, just leave it right now. If that question is given of that nature, so that question we can do after completion of that chapter, because till now we have not done consignment. So because we have not done consignment, so I will not refer that type of concept right now. So once consignment will complete it, once I will come to this chapter and we'll do the balancing question also. Are you able to understand? Or it might happen that after consignment you will be able to understand by your own this type of questions. Okay, correct. So we'll take not all questions but few questions. So first come to which question? Yeah, 9. A trader prepared his accounts on 31st March each year. Due to some unavoidable reasons, no inventory taking could be possible till 15 April. Means after 31st March it has been done. On which that the total cost of goods in his godown came to 5 lakh. This is the stock taking date. This is the cost price of goods physically counted. The following facts are established between 31st March and 15 April. Sales 4 lakh 10,000 including cash sales. Okay, including cash sales bakwas. Whether credit sales or cash sales, goods will go out. So this is given only to confuse you, including cash sales. Now you'll think much अच्छा cash sales मजा आ रहा है. So can I say whether credit sales or cash sales, goods will go out na? So can I say cash sales is what only a point given to confuse you. You will take total sales 4 lakh 10,000, purchase itna including cash purchase. This is bakwas point. Ignore this point. And sales return has been given. Goods are sold by trader at a profit of 20% of sales. Understood why they have given 20% of sales, for which information? So that you can convert sales price into what? Cost price. You are required to ascertain the value of inventory as on 31st March 2020. This is very simple. I think very simple. You can only do. You'll do, I will do. Do. I will also do. Bata. So we'll do in this way. In exam we write down in this way. Statement showing valuation of inventory on which date 31st March 2020. Bata. What is the value of inventory as on 15 April 2020? 5 lakh. We'll do minus purchase. So minus purchase during which period? During 30, yeah, first April. During 1st April to, during 1st April to what? 15 April. How much? 50,340. Correct. Then plus what? Cost of goods sold during 1 4 to 15 April. बताओ. How much sales? 4 lakh. 4 lakh 10,000. 4 lakh 10,000. And how much sales return? So from this we should deduct sales return. It is how much? 10,000. So it become how much? 4 lakh. But his sales value from this what will deduct? Less what? GP. Now you need to find GP is given in terms of sales or cost. So it is 20% on sales. And we want 20% on sales or 20% on cost. This is sales or cost? Sales. So we want in terms of. Arey wow. If sales is given, you want GP per GP ratio based on what? Sales only na. 20% on sales. So you'll apply 20% on sales only and sales is given. So will you convert it? No. So 20% na. So GP is 20% of what? And sales is given or not? So thank you very much na. Are bolna re. So how much it is? 80,000. So it become what? 3,20,000. But the plus minus plus. We'll do plus now. So plus. बताओ now what is the value of inventory on which date? As on 31st March 2020. How much it is coming? बताओ. 7,69,660. Have you understood this point? Correct? Bolo. One more question we'll take. This was the very simple. You could have done by your own. Correct now. Let us take some interesting question now. Can we take one more question? Inventory taking 10. We are doing illustration number 10 now. Inventory taking for the year ended 31st March 2020 was completed by 10th April 2020 and the valuation of which showed the inventory figure 16,75,000. So it is after 31st March done at cost on completion date. After the end of the accounting year until the date of completion of inventory taking, the sales for the next year were made for rupees 68,750. Profit margin is 33.33% on cost. Now it is given 33.33% on cost. This you need to be careful. The GP margin is given on cost or on sales. So batao, now we want it is given GP margin on cost, but we want GP margin based on sales. So 33.33% means 1 by 3 of cost means 1 by 4 of sales. Bas done ho gaya. Correct? Are you able to understand? Correct. Now purchase for the next year included in the inventory amounted to rupees itna at cost less trade discount of 10%. Correct? So purchase for the next year included in the inventory amounted to itna at cost less trade discount of 10%. Correct? It means can I say 90,000 from this will do minus 10%? Correct? Because we want cost of purchase, so minus trade discount. Yes sir. During the period, goods were added to the inventory at a markup price of 3,000 in respect of sales return. Correct? So during this period, the goods were added to the inventory. So once sales return done, so goods will be added. Correct now? So they were sales return at what price? 3,000. 3,000. So at a markup price means what? Markup means the cost has been increased by profit margin. Markup. We have added something to cost. So markup price means sale price. Markup price means what? Sale price. So only just write down for your understanding. Markup price means what? Sale price. So at a markup price means sale price. So we sale price will be only given for sales return. Correct? So sales return is what? 3,000. After inventory taking, it was found that there were certain very old slow moving item costing rupees 11,250 which should be taken at 5250 to ensure disposal to an interested customer. So this is new point. I need to explain this point. Now. So just give highlight up to this. Due to heavy floods, certain goods costing rupees 15,500 were received from the supplier beyond the delivery date of customer. So due to heavy floods, certain goods costing rupees 15,500 were received from the supplier beyond the delivery date of customer. As a result, the customer refused to take the delivery and the net realizable value of goods was estimated to 12,500 on 31st March. Means some goods were sold but it was not taken by the customer, and because it was not taken by the customer, the value of that goods has been decreased to what? 12,500. This point also I need to explain. This point also I need to explain now. अरे बोला रे. So I'll explain it. Okay. Whatever we have not understood, just give highlight it. Compute the value of inventory for inclusion in the final account for the year ended 31st March. Any doubt? So let us do. First, whatever we have understood, that much we do. Correct? So we are doing illustration number 10. So this become, let us write down statement showing valuation of inventory as on 31st March 2020. Correct? What is the cost price of inventory as on, what is the stock taking date? 10/4/2020. It is 16,75,000. Correct? Understood? बताओ. Any purchase done after 31st March will be added or deducted? Huh? Deducted. Write down less cost of purchase from which date to which date? From 1st April to 10th April. So what is the cost of purchase? Purchase is given how much? Purchase is given how much? So invoice price is given 90,000. From this what will deduct? Trade discount. Trade discount is of 10%, 9,000. So it will become 81,000. So 81,000 will be deducted. Understood? Batao. This you have understood. Now any sale made during this period will be added deducted. Any goods sold will be added deducted. It will be added because can you say it was not sale up to 31st March. So we should add it. Understanding now? We will add what? Cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold from 1/4 to 10 April. Whether how much sales is given during this period? 68,000. And how much sales return is given? Sales return is how much? 3,000. So what is the total net sales? How much? 65,750. From this what will deduct? GP. GP. So GP will be what? Batao. GP will be what percentage? 1 by 1 by 3 or 1 by 4? 1 by 3 of cost is equal to 1 by 4 of cost. So this is what? Sales. We will take 1 by 4. So 1 by 4. Calculate 1 by 4 of this. It is 16,437.5. You want 0.5 also? Low. Happy. So this become cost of goods sold during that period. So what is cost of goods sold? 49,312.5. Understood? So can you say this become cost price of closing stock as on 31st March 2020. बोले yes or no? Have you understood? बताओ how much? 164 means 16 lakh 43,000 312.5. Understood. Understood this point. Now, just try to understand everyone. What they have asked, compute the value of inventory. Value of inventory means what? Cost price or NRV, whichever is lower. When I say value of inventory means what? Cost price or NRV, whichever is lower. Means it might happen that there are some goods for which NRV is lower than cost price. If NRV is lower than cost price, so should we consider cost price or NRV? NRV. This too you have understood. Means, can I say this is right now cost price of closing stock? But it might happen for some goods NRV is lower than cost price. So for that goods we should take what? NRV, not cost price. This much you have understood. Now they have given two information. Now if you read, you'll understand. After inventory taking, it was found that certain goods were slow moving items. Slow moving item. You know slow moving item? You know item? You know item? Have you seen any item which moves slow? Huh? Bolo. Slow dance, you know. So slow dance, slow motion dance. That's it. Correct na? There's one who is that? Who? Who? देखो सब उसको what is the nickname? अच्छा सब everything you know ना? Everything you know. चलो तो can a slow moving item तो item you know if you moving slow that it becomes slow moving item. तो anyone slow moving item यहाँ पर? You all are fast moving. अरे बोलना रे. You are item or you are not item? You are not item. So have you seen any item? You have not seen any item. You want to see some item? अरे बोलो. Which type of item you want? Huh? What he said? My choice. Any type of item you like. Means that should be item only. We have also many item. Among you also there are some items. You want to see? Well, no sir, I don't want to see. He's saying sir, I am only the item. The lie. So if you are item, you are slow moving or fast moving? That I'm asking. You, well, I am fast moving, sir. You are slow. Who is slow? You are slow moving item. Huh? You are slow moving now. So come here. Move slow. So slow moving item means what? Any item inventory whose demand came down. So it will not be sold easily. So if the demand is decreases, so it becomes slow moving item. If demand increases, it becomes fast moving item. Correct now. For example, any technology if changes. For example, right now whatever mobile you are using, it might be what older version, old model. Now new model has come. You know model item. The model also you know. So there are some old model. There are some new model. You like which type of model? New model. Old model you will discard. So demand will decrease. So that becomes slow moving model. Understood? So it means demand has decreased. It means can I say it might happen it cannot be sold at cost price. Means it can be sold at price lower than what? Cost price. That is only given. Now have you understood? To explain one point, itna batana पड़ा. After inventory taking, it was found that there are certain very old, slow moving item. Understood? Old, slow moving item. Costing rupees itna. Cost price was 11,250. Which should be taken at 5250 to ensure disposal to an interested customer. Means it can be sold at what price? 5250 means its NRV is what? Means just try to understand. Can I say means these include one item whose cost price is what? Batao. 11,250. 11,250 and whose NRV is what? 11,250 and whose NRV is 5,250. So बताओ this everyone just try to understand this 16,43,312 include 11,250 or it include 5,250. How much? Hat nalayak, nalayak. Just try to understand what I am saying. This is what cost price. So cost price will include cost price na. So can you say this include 11,250? But how much should be included? 5,250 means how much? How much extra included? 6,000. 6,000. So can I say we should deduct? We should deduct. Means can I say what is the difference? Difference is what? 6,000. This difference is known as we are writing down. We are writing down the value of inventory. Means the the way of saying is what? How to say that we are writing down inventory to his NRV. We are writing down. We are writing down now. Cost is written down to his NRV. So we say in this way. We are writing down the cost to his NRV by what amount? 6,000. Understood? So whenever you just came across this word that written down, so it means written down to his NRV, written down to his NRV. So minus we write down now. So what I should write down? Minus what? Write down, write down of which item? Slow moving item. Slow. You can add on old also. Slow moving item to its what? Batao. To its NRV. Have you understood this sentence? Sentence you understood? A write down of inventory to is NRV. So how much you write down? Batao. What is the cost price given? How much NRV given? So difference will be write down. That is 6,000. So automatically now in this what is included? Cost price included. NRV is included. After writing down what value is included? NRV is included. So automatically the inventory become cost price NRV whichever is lower. Understood? Have you understood? Correct. Correct. Next point you will do by your own. What is given? Due to heavy flood. Now due to heavy flood some damage will happen. So item might become what? 1 second damaged goods. So damaged goods also NRV will be lower than cost price. Are we getting? So due to heavy flood, certain goods costing rupees itna we are received from the supplier beyond the delivery date of customer. Means suppose we need to sell to some goods to customer, but we have not yet received from supplier. We receive after the delivery date to customer. Means now we cannot sell it to that customer. It is with us only. Correct. Understood. As a result, a customer refused to take the delivery. Customer ja, main nahi leta. Will not take the delivery, and NRV of such goods are now estimated to be 12,500 on 31st March. Means what was the cost price? Means can I say this includes some other item whose cost price is what? 15,000. NRV is what? But how much we write down? How much we write down? We write down 2,500. Understood? It is 15,500. Chalo, ठीक है. 15,500 to how much we write down? 3,000 we write down. Understood? Simple na? Simple or not? Once we understand simple or not? Once we understand. So any topic will become easy once we understand. Before understanding any topic will be complicated only. Correct? So have you understood or not? Similar question exam, will you able to do it or not? So what we write down? Minus what? Write down of inventory 2 is NRV on account of rejection from customer. So it become how much? 15,500 minus 12,500. It is how much? Done, all point done. It is coming how much? 16 lakh 34,312.5. This become value of inventory as on what? 31st March 2020. So this was cost price, but we want value. Value means cost price and RV whichever is lower. Understood? In the previous question, that point was not given. So whatever you have calculated, that is value only. Have you understood this point? One question you will do by your own. Bolo, but I need to see whether you can do it or not. चलो थोड़ा सा you need to apply common sense. Can you do by your own? थोड़ा सा common sense. So come to question number one. Question number one, not illustration. Practical question. There is that question, Baba. This na? Yeah, 2 lakh. Will you try by your own? Do it. Okay. I am giving you how many minutes? How many minutes you want? Bolo. 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes given. Okay. Now, have you completed? Got the answer? Means by looking into the answer or by your own? By your? How many of you have understood by going through the answer? Now, you have referred solution. हाँ चलो ठीक है. Miss, have you understood? I will not read now. Done? Pakka? So question number one done from your side. You have no doubt. You have no doubt? You have doubt. Yeah, very good. I am happy when you have doubt. But what is the doubt? See, this is not minus. This is not minus. This is written this way. 33. We write down 1 by 3. So this they write in this way. We write on 33 1 by 3. Correct now. This is not minus. This is 33 1 by 3. Means one third of cost. One third of cost means one fourth of sales. So don't become. This is not minus. Okay. Correct. In exam also come. Don't assume it is minus. Chalega? Yes sir. Any more doubt? So illustration number 1 you have done? Okay. Chalo. Question number 1 you have done? Yes sir. Very good. Acha, in these, have you understood that goods in transit wala point? It was given now that goods invoice during the month itna but good received only on 4th April amounted to rupees 1000. So it means it was purchase of current year but received in next year. So batao means it was received in next year. Are you able to understand? So what you have done? Plus ki minus? Why you have done minus? Bolo. Stock taking was done on which date? On 9th April, na? Correct. So goods invoice during the month of March, but goods received on this date. Means just try to understand. There are 2 points. They have asked physical stock. What is the meaning of physical stock? Means how much physically available. How much physically available. Just try to understand everyone. Ki what I want to explain. Ki what I want to explain. One thing they have asked, what is physical stock? Physical stock means how much stock is available in premises, correct? But this is not closing stock recorded in balance sheet. Means it might have been closing stock recorded in the balance sheet might be different. Means just try to understand what I am saying. Suppose this is the premises, correct? This is the premises on 31st March, correct? Understood. You purchase some goods from supplier. You purchase some goods, bolo yes or no? So you purchase some goods from supplier. Purchased and invoice received. So once it is purchased, you will pass one journal entry. Purchase account debit to bank or creditor. You have already purchased, but it is not yet received. Not yet received. Understood? My question to you all, if it is not yet received, it is your stock or it is not your stock? It is your stock, means it is the stock of this entity or it is not in stock of this entity? Stock of this entity but not yet received. Means can I say it is just like closing stock but not in premises? Closing stock but not in premises. Understood? Means you have already purchased it, already recorded it. Understood? But not yet received. Now just try to understand, because in question they have asked what is physical stock. Physical stock means what? What is available in premises, and therefore you have deducted. But suppose they ask what is the value of closing stock. The value of closing stock means what? To be appear in balance sheet. So if they ask cost price of closing stock, okay, this is your stock, not in your premises. So will you deduct? Then you will not deduct. Understood? Means what I want to say. If you come to the solution of what they have done. First, this to you have calculated. This you have calculated. So this become what? This is cost price of closing stock. This is cost price of closing stock as on which date? As on which date? 31st March 31st March 2020. Means this will appear in balance sheet. This will appear in balance sheet. Means if they ask what is the value of closing stock, what is your answer? Means in the last two question whatever we have done, what they have asked, check karo. Last two illustration we have done na. Last two illustration what they have asked. See the question. Compute the value of stock. They have not asked physical stock. So if they ask compute the value of stock, so this is the value of stock. Even though not received, means this amount will come in balance sheet. So if they ask value of stock, this is the answer. But they have asked for physical stock. Physical stock means what is available in our premises. So what is available in our premises already purchased but not received. It is not available. Therefore we have deducted it. Understood? Means what I want to ask is, suppose in this question they ask value of physical stock, not value of stock. Then what is your answer? 2,62,900. If they ask value of physical stock, then your answer become what? अच्छा ये भी है क्या? ओहो, I have not seen. Sorry, my mistake. So actually this was the answer. चलो okay ठीक है. I hope you have understood what I have said. You are understanding my emotions now? So this was actually okay. Come to this point. So this become what? Cost price of closing stock as on 31st March. As on 31st March. Correct. And once you have reduced it, it become value of physical stock. The difference you understood? Once again, if in this question they ask cost price of closing stock, what is your answer? 2,60,200. If they ask cost price of physical stock, then what is the answer? This is the answer. Have you understood this point? Correct. So normally, when we purchase goods, what journal entry will pass? Purchase account debit to bank. And when it is in transit, so can you say in transit it is nothing but closing stock? So we call it goods in transit. So we'll pass one more journal entry. Goods in transit, account debit to purchase. Understood? To purchase or trading account. So this goods in transit will come in balance sheet now as closing stock only. So we call it goods in transit. So goods in transit is nothing but it is stock but not in our premises, in transit. And when we say closing stock, so these are closing stock in our premises. The total closing stock become what? This plus this. Are you able to understand? Have you understood? To just write down one adjustment entry. Write down adjustment entry for goods in transit. Means it might be given in your final account. Understood? These are the goods in transit. So what adjustment is similar to closing stock? So what journal entry? Goods in transit, account debit to what? Either purchase or trading account. Means this goods in transit will go where? In the asset side of balance sheet. And this you either reduce from purchase or write down in the credit side of trading account. So they sometimes give this type of also adjustment in final account chapter. Have you understood this point? Yes, sir. Correct. This also you have understood. Any doubt? Understood. Homework. Question number 2 homework. Chalo. Let us do question number 3. The profit and loss account of Hanuman showed a net profit of 6 lakh. Now they have given net profit. Net profit, you know, PL account is already prepared. After considering the closing stock of 3,75,000, means while calculating net profit, how much closing stock they have considered? 3,75,000. Subsequently, the following information was obtained from the scrutiny in the books. Means there is some information which is obtained, means nothing but adjustment. We do some adjustment. The purchase for the year included 15,000 paid for new electrical fitting for the stop, means rectification entry, means something which you have purchased for electrical fitting you have included in purchase account. Bole yes or no? So you need to decrease purchase. You need to decrease purchase na. So what journal entry you will do? Write down. Write down. We are doing question number 3. So whenever this type of questions come, we'll prepare one PL adjustment account. What we'll do? PL adjustment account. Detailed discussion of these will be done in rectification chapter. In which chapter? Rectification chapter. However, right now you'll be able to understand, but confidence will come in which chapter? Rectification chapter. So the how much net profit? Net profit given how much? 6 lakh. Now I am just giving one rule. Huh? No, 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 no. Net profit has been transferred from PL account to PL adjustment account. Understood? It has been transferred from PL to PL adjustment account. Correct? That is the balance. Net profit is not an account. Net profit. Profit is always debited or credited. So that is, if you are balancing debit side, that has credit balance. So written in debit side but has which balance? Credit balance. So credit balance, opening balance will come here na. Understood? So net profit is not an account. Already I have informed you. That is a balancing figure of which account? PL account. That PL account is now closed by transfer to which account? PL adjustment account. Because there is some rectification. Now after rectification, this account will be closed and transferred to which account? Capital account. Understood? So I said detailed discussion will be done which chapter? Rectification chapter. I was confused what you are saying. Correct? Okay. Now one simple rules. Due to rectification, if profit increases, it will be debited or credited? Due to rectification, if profit increases, so bata it will be debited or credited in this account? Credited. Profit increase means what? And if profit decreases, then it will be, the rule is simple. Only I have just informed you one shortcut. If due to rectification there is some error, if you rectify it and due to rectification your profit increases, then it will be, and if profit decreases, then it will be debited. Simple. Now batao. Everyone. One by one will take. Purchase for the year include, means you decrease purchase. Purchase is an expense. So if expense will decrease, your profit will increase. Understood? Once again. Purchase include 15,000, means you wrongly include some amount in furniture. Purchase. Purchase. So can you say purchase was overvalued? So you decrease your purchase for rectification. If you decrease purchase, expense will decrease. So your profit will increase. Are you able to understand in this way? More clarification will come in which chapter? Rectification chapter. So I'm not going to explain in that point of view. You will automatically understand and then this account will become more easier. Correct? But I don't want to go into rectification right now. Chalega. Have you understood this way? So batao, what was the item? Electrical fitting na. So electrical fitting will increase. So we'll say electrical fitting account debit to PL adjustment account. You need to increase your electrical fitting na. Electrical fitting is nothing but an asset, furniture and fittings. So you need to increase fitting account debit. So fitting account debit to what? PL adjustment account. Your profit will increase. That on electrical fitting. How much? 15,000. This have you understood? Correct. Understood. Have you? Or a simple tarika, if I will say more simple, if due to rectification asset increases, what journal entry? Asset account debit to PL adjustment account. If due to rectification asset decreases, then what journal entry? PL adjustment account debit to asset. If due to rectification liability increases, then PL adjustment account debit to liability. If due to rectification liability decreases, then Liability account debit to PL adjustment. You can do in this way also. Correct? Chalega? Bolo. Let us see. Second. Now you will say me. Hanuman gave away goods valued at rupees 40,000 as free sample for which no entry was made in the books of account. Batao. You will say, what is the rectification? Means due to this profit increases or decreases? Huh? Bolo bolo. What journal entry you'll do? चलो मैं समझाता हूँ. बताओ what journal entry you'll do? Free sample account debit to free sample account debit to purchase account. बताओ free sample account debit expense increases, so your profit will decrease. Correct? And purchase account is also there na. So your purchase account will decrease, so your expense decreases because purchase will be debited na in trading account. So your purchase account decreases, so your expense decreases, so your profit increases. Ultimately nil effect in the profit. Nil effect na. It has no effect in profit, because can I say with this one expense is increasing and other expense is decreasing, ultimately nil effect. Ultimately nil effect. So can I say it will not affect profit calculation? It will not affect profit calculation. Thoda you understanding, or I will leave it. Better will do after rectification only. Understanding? Pakka? But you have, I'm seeing very sad face. What is this, sir? Understanding or not? What I said already, I said detailed discussion done with chapter. I mean, right now, let us try to understand. If you understood, very good. If you do not understand, then also very good. Correct now. Always think in this way. Even though we are not understanding 50%, अरे बोलना रे. So happy na. Be happy in every situation. Okay? Correct. How much is the passing percentage? 50%. And we can easily get 60%. करेक्ट ना. कट ऑफ मत रखो. 50 में कभी 49 हो जाता है. करेक्ट. बोलो ये सुनो. तो वी आर नॉट हियर टू स्कोर 90%, बट वी स्कोर 90%. मजा आएगा. वी आर ट्राइंग फॉर 90%. करेक्ट. बट मजा है 50%. करेक्ट. ओके. So this foundation is easy. Inter is easy. CA final is easy. Once we think in this way, don't take any tension. Correct. Don't take any tension. Correct. But in our test perform well. Correct. Okay. Correct. Next test is coming soon. I want good marks. Point number 3. Invoice for goods amounting to rupees 2,50,000 have been entered on 27th March, but goods were not included in the stock. So invoice for goods amounting to rupees have been entered on means invoice of goods. So have been entered means if purchase has been recorded. Invoice of goods amounting to rupees itna have been entered means purchase has been recorded, but the goods were not included in the stock means till now it has not been included in stock. The stock need to be increased. We do increase stock. What journal entry? Stock account debit to purchase. If closing stock will increase, profit will direct relationship with profit na. So if closing stock will increase, profit will increase. What journal entry? Stock account debit to PL adjustment account. PL adjustment account credited. We write on buy what? Buy what stock? What amount? 2,50,000. Understood. This also we have understood. In March 2020, goods of rupees 2 lakh sold and delivered were taken. Goods of 2 lakh sold and delivered were taken in the sales for April 2020. The goods were sold and delivered were taken in the sales of April 2020. Means it was sold and delivered in current year, but were taken in the sale in next year. Can you say wrong? So you need to increase debtor. Increase debtor. What journal entry? Debtor account debit to PL adjustment account. Means sales will be of current year now. So sales will increase. So your profit will increase. So what you write on buy what? Buy debtor. How much? 2 lakh. This point you have understood. Increase in asset will be credited. Correct. Then what? Goods costing rupees 75,000 we have sent on sales or return basis. Oh. Sales return basis. But I have informed you something about sales return basis in final account. Remember, sales or return basis, we have done one adjustment in final account. Sales or return on approval basis. If approval not received, it is not our sale. Then pass one journal entry. It become our stock, but it is not our sale. First decrease sales and decrease debtor, and then it is our stock. The stock to trading account. You remember? You remember? You've forgotten. Come to final account adjustment. Final account adjustment. I don't know where I've done. There is one adjustment. Check करो. अरे मिल गया. Goods sent on approval basis. Point number L. Adjustment number L. We have done now. We have said goods sent on approval basis. If approval is okay, but if no approval, it is not a sale. Then we'll first pass what journal entry. If the goods are sold to customer on approval return basis, it should not be treated as sale till the time approval received from customer. Leave na re. Hey, leave. See now. Correct. If such goods are lying with customer and approval has not been received on or before year end, then such goods are treated as stock lying with customer. Understood this point? Correct. If such goods is not yet recorded sale, means till now it has not been recorded sale, then following adjustment will be recorded. Means it become our stock lying with customer. So we'll pass stock with customer trading account or purchase account. Remember. And if it is recorded sale, then first reverse sale and then pass this journal entry. You remember? Reverse sales, sales to debtor, and then stock to what? Trading account. Remember? Then I will do. However, I said detailed discussion 1 second of this will be done in one small chapter, sales on approval basis. But I hope you have understood. Let us read. I'll not confuse. Good costing rupees 75,000. We are sold on sales return basis in March at a margin of profit 33 1 by 3 on cost. Means this is a profit margin through approval. Though approval was given in April 2020, these were taken as sales for March 2020. Means they were recorded sales. Means first reverse sale and then include closing stock. So what two adjustment entry you only say? First reverse sale. What journal entry? Sales account debit to. So first journal entry will do sales account debit to debtor. But at what price? Sale price. What is the cost price given? In this we'll add what? Profit. Profit is given 1/3 of cost. So we'll apply 1/3 or 1/4. 1/3 or 1/4. Huh? 1/3 or 1/4. How many are saying 1/3? How many are saying 1/4? No re. This is cost na re. We'll apply GP margin on cost. बार बार कह रहा हूँ. This 75,000 is what? Cost. We'll apply GP margin on cost only. That is given. Thank you very much. We'll plus 1/3. 1/3 is equal to what? 25,000. So 75,000 plus 25,000. What is the sale price? 1 lakh. 1 lakh is the sale price. Bolo yes or no? Then second journal entry will be what? But the stock account debit to what? Stock account debit to purchase or trading account. How much? 75,000. Stock will increase by 75,000. Cost price. So बताओ here debtor decreases and stock increases. So debtor decreases. What journal entry in this rectification? PL adjustment account debit debtor. So we'll do PL adjustment to debtor. Understood this point? To debtor how much? 1 lakh. And stock increases. What journal entry? By what? Stock with customer. Stock with customer na. How much? 75,000. Can I say all rectification done? Or rectification done? 1 second. If you are not able to understand, 1 second we'll do discussion in which chapter? Rectification chapter. Don't worry, huh? Because this has been asked for closing stock. I'm just doing. चलेगा? बोलो. So this become what? 2 adjusted net profit, and this will be transferred to what? Capital account. Bolo yes or no? Capital account. How much is the adjusted net profit? 10 lakh 40,000. Understood? Have you understood this point? Any doubt? Correct. Just write down one note. Goods given as pre-sample will not affect net profit even it is not recorded, as it is credited to what? Trading account, can I say? As it is credited to trading account means deducted from purchase means credited to trading account, and debited to what? Debited to what? PL account. So ultimately the effect is nil. So even though not recorded, no rectification is required. Understand what I am saying? अरे बोलना रे. Suppose if I am saying, just try to understand. My income, suppose income is 10 lakh. Correct? Are you getting what I am saying? And suppose cost of sales is 2 lakh. So what is my gross profit? 8 lakh. Gross profit is 8 lakh. Now there was one pre-sample distributed. What journal entry will do? Pre-sample to, so it will be debited to which account? Suppose 10,000. And it will be credited to which account? Credited to purchase or trading account. Either reduce from purchase or write down in the credit side of trading account. Effect remains same. So we can say it is credited trading account. Now, बताओ, profit remains same or not? You can see 10 lakh minus 2 lakh plus 10,000 minus 10,000, profit remains 8 lakh only. This is kata kata now. So even though you are not recording, the impact in profit is nullified. So actually there is no error only, even though you are not recording. Even though you are not recording, there is no error. So there is no need to rectify the profit. Understood this point? Have you understood? Dangerous point in exam. This type of points are dangerous because you will do something. Correct? And therefore I have given a note. चलेगा. But what they have asked, check करेंगे. Calculate the value of stock and adjusted net profit. Net profit to be calculated. Now let us find out what? Value of stock. So point number 2, value of stock as on 31st March 2020. So how much value of stock given? They have given some value of stock. They have given how much? 3,75,000. Value of stock given as on the same date 31st March, but before rectification 3,75,000. But what are two effects need to be given? Wherever stock is coming, that effect need to be given. So what? One is what? If you see this journal entry and this journal entry, both will be added or deducted. Means we are increasing stock or decreasing stock? We are increasing stock, means it will be added. We have done stock to PL, means increase stock. So write down. First 2,75,000 is what? What is 2,75,000? 2,50,000. Huh? The 3,75,000 written. Oh, yeah. It is 2,50,000. This is what? Nee, what was the reason? Reason I'm asking. I've understood. I will see. Invoice for goods amounting to rupees 2,50,000 have been entered. Means can I say purchase recorded but not included in stock? To include in the stock, write down. Plus, you're writing now. Purchase of March not included in stock. So include it 2,50,000. Then 75,000 is goods lying with customer. So goods lying with customer on approval basis. Correct now? Approval basis. But this will come at cost price or sale price? Cost price. So therefore this become value of stock. Value of stock as on which date? As on 31st March 2020, 7 lakh. Can I ask one question? Only for understanding. My question, this is the value of stock to be shown in balance sheet. This amount will come in balance sheet. But if suppose in the question they ask what is the physical stock, then what will be your answer? How much? 2 lakh? What is the physical stock? 3,75,000. Means whether this is this is in premises or not in premises. Just think and say na 2,50,000 is in premises or not in premises. So it will be added or not. Whether this is in premises, no, so it will not be added. So your answer will be 3,75,000 plus 2,50,000 is the physical stock. Is the physical stock. So just write down for your understanding. Write down value of physical stock will be this plus this for your understanding. Have you understood this point? Value of physical stock is this plus this. This much you understood? 12 homework. 11 homework. Then we have done. 9 also we have done. Come to 8. From the following particulars as what is this? Nalak. Chalo. From the following particulars, ascertain the value of inventory as on this. Okay. So once again, value of inventory. Value of inventory means what will come in balance sheet. Okay. What will come in balance sheet. Physical stock means what is in premises. The difference is this only. Correct. Inventory opening stock given, purchase given, manufacturing expense given. Correct. Selling expense given, admin expense given, financial charges given, sales given. But our selling expense will come in trading or PL. Trading or PL. Direct, indirect. So it will come in PL. Admin expense, finance charges, manufacturing expense. We have done manufacturing cost of purchase. So manufacturing expense will be direct expense, correct? So this will come to trading. I'm writing trading. However, till now we have not done manufacturing account. So after this chapter, we'll do manufacturing account also. Correct? Yes, sir. Correct. At the time of valuing inventory, as on 31st March 2009, a sum of rupees 17,500 was written off on a particular item which was originally purchased at rupees 50,000 and was sold during the year for rupees 45,000. Have you understood this? This sentence English. English. Read one second and who will explain? Have you understood this? Who will explain? Bolo. It is reduced. But only this much. Anyone who want to participate? Bolo na. I am not asking you. Why you are so aggressive in answering? Huh? Bolo. Chal. Okay. I will not ask. Because if you say in this way, I will not ask you. Okay. So till I ask, don't answer. Okay. I will answer. Now, just try to understand what are the information given. Let us understand. So this is question number that on MRQ. However, in this chapter, all questions are MRQ. Huh? This inventory chapter is good chapter, and from this actually in exam they don't ask that much question, that level of question. ICA study matter they have given very good question, but in ICA exam they are not asking this type of questions. But if they ask, you will be in trouble. Therefore, will go by revision all questions. Correct now. If they will ask similar questions only. If you revise and go. Okay. Now what they are saying, they have given opening stock how much? How much? 1,42,500. This is which date? 1/4 2019. Then how much purchase they have given? 7,62,000. How much sales they have given? 12,45,000. And how much manufacturing expense they have given? Can I say all other information is bakwas? Because they asked you to calculate closing stock, and closing stock is calculated from which account? So can I say item of PL account is bakwas and therefore ignore it? Means they have given only to confuse you, that you consider that also and do mistake. Understood? Correct. So if closing stock means trading account means ignore indirect expenses. Now they have given कि while valuing this stock, what they have said, at the time of valuing inventory on 31st March 2019, means last year closing stock, this year opening stock, there was some stock whose cost price was how much? A sum of 17,500 was written off on a particular item which was originally purchased for 50,000. Means cost price was how much? Which is written down by how much? Means what is NRV? What is NRV? How much? 32,000 My question to you all, this 1,42,500 include 50,000 or 32,500? हाँ, फिर से रीड करते हैं. इंग्लिश यू हैव नॉट. At the time of valuing inventory as on 31st March, so last year closing stock is already valued at cost price or NRV, whichever is lower. So that value will have cost price or NRV. If NRV is lower than cost price, so that will include NRV or a cost price. So there was some item whose cost price was how much, whose NRV was how much, it is already written down by how much. So this 1,42,500, because that is already valued, will include 50,000 or 32,500. Means can I say out of these there are some stock which are good stock, now, and there are some which are slow moving stock. Are you getting what I am saying? Slow moving, remember? We can assume it is slow moving item. Bata. Iska what is the cost price? And this is cost price how much? 50,000. Written down by how much? 17,500. So this become 32,500. My question to you all, what is the cost price of this? बताओ. अरे बोलना रे. 1,42,500 include 50 or 32. So it means balance is the cost price of good stock. अरे बोलना रे. You are not understanding English. Everything I will not say now. You need to understand whatever I am saying and then respond. So can you say 1,42,500 minus what will do? Minus 50 or minus 32,500? Minus 32,500. How much it is coming? So can you say what is the cost price of good stock? But that will be valued at cost price or NRV? Cost price only, because good stock NRV will be always more than cost price. Good stock, so it can be sold at higher price now. So it will be always valued at cost price only. Understood? Understood? Correct. Means, can I say just try to understand everyone? Because it's NRV, everyone, is NRV is this much. My question to you all, whether it can earn normal profit. It can be sold at 32,500, means will incur loss on sale or will earn profit on it. Loss means can I say GP margin whatever is given. What is GP margin given? 20% of what? So whether GP margin can be applied in this? No, because it will be sold at lower of its cost, and therefore GP margin cannot be applied on such sale. Understood? This much have you understood? Now what is given? Bearing the transaction related, which was sold during the year for rupees 45,000, means this slow moving item was sold during the year at rupees 45,000, means can I say what is the total sales of current year? Means this include the sales value of this bolo how much? It was sold at what? 45,000. It was sold at 45,000. Means can I say this sales includes sale of slow moving item at what price? And this sales will also include sale of good item at what price? 12 lakh 45,000 minus what? 45,000. So some goods which were good item has been sold at rupees 12 lakh. Have you understood this point? Have you understood this point? What they have asked? I'll give you time. Who is asking? Don't worry. I'm with you. I will not leave until unless you have one doubt. Correct now. Whatever doubt you have, keep in your pocket. It might happen I have not said some point right now. Correct now. So correct. Understood. So what I am saying, they have given 20% of sales. Whenever such type of questions come now, I'll just give one hint. What to do? They have asked what? To find out what? Closing stock? Closing stock. So closing stock means trading account. So I will suggest you to prepare what? Trading account, but in two column. How many column? Two column. Correct. Means now we have two type of stock. One is slow moving stock, one is good stock. Means can I say normal stock and abnormal stock? So what we'll do? We'll write down here normal item and abnormal item. Write down normal and abnormal. Normal and abnormal. And we'll prepare trading account. Means can you say all information of normal item will come यहाँ पर? All information of abnormal item will come यहाँ पर. बताओ. Now you will say whatever I will ask. To opening stock, how much is abnormal value? Opening stock is total opening stock is given how much? How much is the value of slow moving item? How much? So 32,500 will come यहाँ पर. And what is the value of normal item? 1,10,000. This you understood? Then can you say this was sold at what price? This was sold at what price? So can you this was sold at 45,000? Bolo yes or no? This was sold at 45 means total sales is how much? So what is the sale of normal item? 12 lakh. Understood? Have you understood this point? Means can I say all abnormal item has been sold during the year? All abnormal item has been sold during the year. What is the closing stock of abnormal item? What is the closing stock of abnormal item? Bata what amount? All abnormal item has been sold during the year. What is the closing stock of abnormal item? बोलो. अरे ऐसे करने नील बोलो ना. ये क्या होता है? नील बोलो. This means I don't know. Okay. What I am saying, abnormal entire abnormal item has been sold during the year. So what is the closing stock of abnormal item? Nil. Correct. So can I say I can write down by closing stock nil? Means on abnormal item you have earned how much profit? So how much GP? 32,500 is sold at rupees 45,000. So what is the profit? 12,500. This you have understood. Abnormal item closed. Understood. Now can you say again in this year you purchase some item? If nothing is given, you will assume it is normal or abnormal. Again in this year you purchase some goods. If nothing is given, what you will assume? It is normal or abnormal? Normal. So you will add in purchase. To purchase how much batao? To purchase how much? 7 lakh 62,500. And there is one direct expense. Manufacturing expense how much? It is 1 lakh 50,000. Are you able to understand? Correct. Now can I say we know GP margin on normal goods? What is the normal GP margin? They are saying that they earned a profit on which margin? 20% on sales. 20% on sales. What is given? Sales is given. So can we apply 20% on sales? Can we apply 20% sales? So 20% of what? 12 lakh? 12 lakh 45,000. 12 lakh. Understood? 12 lakh. So how much profit on these? 2 lakh 40,000. 2 lakh 40,000. So can you find out balancing figure as closing stock? So can you give me what is the balancing figure by closing stock? Can you give me this amount? 62,000. 62,500. Have you understood? This is the answer. Hmm? What you have said? How this can be? How this came? What is the opening stock? Was sold at what? So what is the profit? Difference. Use calculator. That amount will come. That amount will come now. Understood? So this came, if you want to write down 45,000 minus what? 32,500. Correct. So whenever they give normal abnormal, this is the best way to do. Correct. And what is the closing stock now? 62,500. However, you can also calculate in statement format also. So this is one way. This is question number. Which question number we are doing? Question number, illustration number 8. Correct. Or you can do in this way also. Your choice. Or as per ICI solution. Madam. Statement. But now you will understand this statement because you have understood trading account. Correct now? Statement for valuation of inventory. What is the opening stock as on 1/4 2019 now? 1,42,500 less. Correct. What is the value of abnormal item? We'll exclude it. How much? 32,500. So what is the value of normal item? 1,10,000. In this will add what? Purchase. Add purchase. Purchase is what? 7,62,500. Then add manufacturing expenses. Add manufacturing expenses. How much? 1,50,000. So can you see this become cost of goods available for sale? Cost of goods available for sale excluding abnormal item. बोले yes or no? Available for sale. How much? 10,22,500. From these less. Correct. Will minus cost of goods sold of normal item. Madam. Cost of goods sold for normal item. What is the total sales given? Out of this, how much sales value of abnormal item? 45,000. This is how much? From this will exclude what? Profit. Profit GP now. GP is 20% on this. How much? 2,40,000. So this become cost of goods sold. Bole yes or no? Cost of goods sold na. So what is the cost of goods sold? 9 lakh. So this was available for sale. This was sold. So balance will what? Closing stock. So what is the value of closing stock? Same answer is coming or not? That only we calculated. So you can do in this way also because solution is given this way. Have you understood? MRQ. The same question we do in CA Inter also. Same question. CA Inter, same thing we do. Means this is question of CA Inter asked in CA Foundation. Correct now? Understood? Means what I say is CA Foundation once you pass now, once you pass, just you need to pass then CA Inter. Once you pass CA Inter, CA is finally very easy. Only the CA Foundation and CA Inter. CA Foundation is also easy. CA Inter is only what you need to what tackle. CA Foundation once you pass. Why we don't able to pass CA Foundation? Because we don't understand what is the requirement of ICI. The reason is not that you are not passing CA foundation because you are not studying. Because one reason is that you came from class 12, you have never studied this much. Achanak se this much study. So you are you are not able to balance yourself. Correct now. You are not able to balance now. Means you have never expected in your life in commerce you need to study this much. Correct now. Achanak se your life change na. So this if you can understand what on an earlier basis it will be good. That yes you need to study, you need to change yourself because you opted for this. So this may be one of the reasons that you are not able to pass because you are not able to adjust. You are not able to adjust. You have never studied this much na. Never ever in your life. Achanak say your entire life change. Entire life change na. But you only opted for that. So you should be happy for this. Yes, we have opted for this. Correct now. Anyone, just write one. Anyone, if suppose you would have not done CA, then what you would have done? Just try to understand. If you would have not opted for CA, then what you would have done? Anyone have something in your mind? What? Huh? BBN? Coding. 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 Computer science. Now, देखो just try to. That is also study. Apart from study, I'm asking. देखो just you study, तो you have opted only na. Now, why you have not opted for that? That reason I don't want. Means in just try to understand. In business, in study, either you would have done coding or you would have opted for C. You opted for C. Both you need to study. Coding also, if you want to become expert, you want to earn a lot of money, you need to become expert in that. You need to study that also, na. It is not that you maja aa raha kar lo. Correct. But you opted for C. Apart from study, if you have not opted for study, then what you would have done? Business mat karo. Business requires skills. Business requires skills, and that came from what? Experience. That came from experience. Correct now. You will say I will do business. That is not a point. That require experience skills. Correct now. That also requires skills. So you need to give 4 to 5 years business. Then only you will become expert in that. So you are saying business you will start earning from the day one. It is not good. Until unless your father is a businessman, you join that business, started earning. That is other choice. But if you start a new business, it will take some time. So everything takes some time. Whatever you do by your own, it takes some time. अरे बोलना रे. Just try to understand. When I become CA, for 5 years I was struggling only. Not 5, ज़्यादा बोल दिया. For initial 3 years I was struggling. Means I was not able to earn a very good amount of earning because I left job. I started my own profession, that is coaching. But whether you will come to study with me, no one will come now. Who is Chiranjeev Jain? No one knows. Whether if you don't know my name, you will come. No, it means I need to create my name in the market. I need to create my name. Believe me, the first once I left job, my package was very good amount, but I left job because I understood that I am not made for job. So I started my own business. I started teaching. Correct now. My monthly income was 10,000 per month. Understood? That time. Huh? No, no, that time initial. I am teaching from last 13 years. I am saying initial 3 years. Initial 3 years I am saying. Now to throughout India everyone knows me. Correct now. Now I am not. Now तो बैठे बैठे पैसा आता रहे. Believe me, I will see it and I will learn. Recording हो रहा है ना? Yes, yes. Fact बता रहा हूँ. I am saying fact. बस नजर मत लगाना. What I am saying, just try to. I am just wanted to motivate you. I am not here to demotivate you. I am just saying, if you want to study, think about that earning. Think about that gain. How much you can earn. अभी when I am saying about the initial 3 years, मेरे आँख से आंसू आ रहा है, पता है? Because that 3 years it was totally painful. Understood now? I am just I mean tears is coming because I am thinking about that 3 years. It was so struggled in, it was lot of struggle I have seen. Understood now? So success will come, but it will take some time. You will become CA, but it will take some pain. So if you are not able to concentrate, someone says me that You are not able to. Everyone here is not able to concentrate. Even when I was in CA Foundation, I was also not able to concentrate. For concentration, focus is required. For focus, hope is required. For hope, determination is required. Understood? First, just ask to yourself whether you want to become CA. पूछो अपने दिल से whether you want to become CA. If the answer is come yes, then only you will become CA. If the answer is not come, अरे इतना नहीं पढ़ना, छोड़ दो. Right now leave, I will say. Right now leave. Don't waste your life. If you're saying ना, अगर दिल से आ रहा नहीं नहीं हो रहा नहीं हो रहा, छोड़ दे बाबा. Because you will be wasting your time. You will be wasting your life. I am saying, पक्का बोल रहा हूँ. But if दिल से yes बनना है, हो जाएगा, हो जाएगा. Understood? But if you think that अरे नहीं इतना कौन, छोड़ दे बाबा. Why you are taking so much pain? Because once you pass CA foundation, then CA intro is going to come. There you will die. Are you able to? CA foundation is just 25% of CA inter. But what I want to say, if you have that intention ना, every student becomes CA. वो determination होना है यहाँ पर. ये यहाँ से आवाज आना, यहाँ से. Understood? Yes, yes, I want to become CA. वो है तो बनेंगे, वो नहीं है तो concentration कहाँ से आएगी? Then you will not be able to concentrate. You will not be able to concentrate. Then do whatever is easy in your life. Whatever you think you can become, then go there. There are many other courses now. There are many other courses. Are you getting? Believe me, you know this. What do you say? We say pani puri. What do you say? Gupchup, puchka. What do you say? Pani puri. Pani puri. In this corner there is one pani puri. Correct now. If my wife want to eat, she will come there only. Understood now? What is his income? You know. You can't imagine. 9 p.m. go. You will not find the place for standing. He is also earning lot. More than a chartered accountant, average chartered accountant. But the point is that can you do this? Can you do that? If yes, do that. And no, then become CA. पैसा कहीं से भी आता, पैसा कहीं से भी आता, रेस्पेक्ट नहीं आता. Understood? Respect. When I become CA na, then I understood the importance of CA. When I become CA, on that day I become what? Everyone, CA. Means believe me, I went to my articleship office. Everyone means my principal for the first time in my life हाथ बढ़ाया. Well, अच्छा, I become CA. Just try to understand. My articleship was in Delhi. There, everyone start with the slangs. They will start saying with the slang. Means everyday principal is to give me slang. Understood? I don't use slang, therefore I will not say any slang in my class. But the day I become CA, थोड़ा हो गया, आओ जिसको आना है. Then I understood this is the importance of earning much zero. Respect came. Respect. In my family, everyone started saying, "Acha, see, अचानक my value increases." Understood? At the age of 23, I started getting offer for marriage. Value increase ना? Value increase or not? अरे बोल ना रे, अच्छा लगता है ना? If I are getting offer, अच्छा लगता है कि नहीं लगता है? अरे बोल ना रे. If someone is saying that we are receiving an offer for marriage, तो स्माइल तो आता है यार कि चलो now something is there. Correct now, and I am getting offer because I am CA, not because I am son of this person, not because I am from this family, because I am chartered accountant. Because that is when I am getting offer. I am not getting offer. My family is getting offer. I was not interested in marriage because I was supposed to do something that time. I rejected. नहीं करना. And नहीं करना. अरे importance बढ़ा ना. अरे बोलना रे. That is that you want. That उसके लिए करो. take pain, take pain, start taking pain, start taking pain. Lot of gain is going to come, and you can't imagine how much gain is going to come in terms of respect, in terms of recognition, in terms of remuneration. सब मिलेगा, शादी भी होगा. Are you able to understand? Correct. So if you are not able to concentrate, start think, start thinking in that way कि why CA? If the दिल से आवाज नहीं आता, leave it, I will say, because you will be wasting your time. Believe me. और दिल से yes करना है, तक 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 तक. When you start thinking about CA, you you are getting somewhat yes बनना है, then you will become. Nothing is happening. चलो ठीक है, कर लेते हैं यार, देखा जाएगा. Leave it right now. If you are thinking that way, leave it, because पेन तो मिलेगा. Understood? You will be getting pain in foundation, inter, final. And after becoming CA also, for 3 years I have struggled. Huh? If you start your own, correct? Understood? Correct? And those who are successful, they are successful because of pain only. Without pain, there is no person who is successful. Correct? Understood? So, if once again, if you are not able to concentrate, today think whether you want to become CA. If the answer is coming yes, 100% concentration will come. But think once. Think once. Okay? Correct? Correct. I hope this question you have understood. Correct. I'm just from for last 2 days. Actually, I'm not okay with your performance. Correct. So I'm trying my level best that the hope should be there. Hope. If there is a hope now, yes, I have that ability, and you all have that potential to become sane. All have. You need to identify your own potential. You need to identify that. Yes, I am going to become CA. Yes, I am going to become CA. ए बोलो ना, yes, I am going to become CA. बोलो I am CA only. बोलो I am CA. I am chartered accountant. I love CA. I am CA. I am the best person. I am the best person. No one can defeat me. I can challenge ICI. ICI, whatever you want to do, I'll pass. Do whatever you want to do, I'll pass. Even though percentage is 0.01%, I'll pass. Do worst, give worst paper, I'll pass. I am not worried about you. I am best. I am best. I am super. I am excellent. No one can compete with me. आजा दिखा देता हूँ. Understood? Every morning say this thing. If you say good about yourself now, good will happen. If you say bad about yourself, bad will happen. Understood? If you start saying that, believe me, when initially when I'm just because today thoda sa emotional ho gaya, can I say something? Normally, when I teach, I don't waste your time, but this is also required. Correct. When I was teaching, after 1 or 2 years, I got married. Correct. Now. So normally, because I was struggling, so I used to say to my because frustration hota, बहुत frustration hota. Life is horrible when you are not able to earn, and when you are married and you are chartered accountant and you are not able to earn much. Correct. Now, once you are married, lot of responsibility will come ना. And once CA, तो family का तो बहुत expectation बढ़ जाता. Means अरे CA तो क्या अम्बानी होना है. Are you able to understand? They will think now मजा आ रहा है, time दे बाबा. Correct. Understood. तो I was not getting, मतलब नहीं हो रहा था, मतलब नहीं हो रहा था. I was not able to. So every day I used to come. I say, अरे यार, I am not a good teacher. पता नहीं what I will do, नहीं आ रहे हैं, student is not coming. Understood? So my wife used to say, don't say it like this. Whatever you say, that only you become. And कभी कभी you become so negative, your mind will become so negative, you'll say wrong only. And no, I will leave. I'm not able to. I'm not able to perform. I'm not a good teacher. I'm not good. I'm not CA only. Understood? So my wife started motivating me. She is a non-chartered accountant, but support चाहिए. You require one support. That support become my wife. And she said, now from this day, you'll never say you are a bad teacher. You'll say best teacher. So every morning I used to say, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best. I become best. Understood? And she only forced me to write down that you are a best teacher. So in my flyer now, I used to write best FR classes, best classes. When you write that, you become that only now. Because you are observing that you are best only. So never says anything wrong about yourself. You are not able to understand. अरे यार ठीक है हो जाएगा. Never say it is a complicate. Never say C is complicated. Once you start saying C is complicated, it will become complicated. Say it is easy. I'll study. If you say C is complicated or accounts is complicated or maths is complicated, it remain complicated only ना. If you are not able to understand any chapter, बोला अरे ठीक है हो जाएगा. I will understand. Smile and say I will understand. You'll understand. Nothing is difficult if you think it is not difficult. Once you start saying it's difficult, it will remain difficult forever. Correct? Understood? So your success story already you have written. This starting page of your success story. So your success story, the first page is this: how you are able to sustain in CA foundation and then go to CA inter. So your page number one is this. Understood? Think about CA day and night. Think about CA. Dream about CA. CA to CA. Understood? Correct? Now, okay. Emotional हो गया बहुत. Now I think balance all question you can do. This illustration number 8 you have understood. I was doing one more point left, then I will leave. Okay. Now I will not be able to teach. Last point write down. Entire chapter is homework. Huh? Chapter is completed. Write down. Write down. Last point. Point number 11 na. Last point. My hand is now what? Severing. I'm so much emotional. I went to that way. My CA journey. तो सबके साथ होता है. Everyone has faced that. But those who are able to control that, that becomes you. If you can control your emotions, then will become you. Understood? Correct? Try to control that. Got it? Yes, sir. So comparison of cost price and NRV. Correct. Madam, as per AS2, inventories are valued at cost price and NRV, whichever is lower. And such comparison is done on item by item basis. Item by item basis. Item by item. Let us take one example. Example items A, B, C, D, E. These are the 5 items of inventory. Correct. They will give cost price also. Cost price, let us assume 10,000, 12,000, 15,000, 18,000, 20,000. Total cost price 75,000. Just check whether it is correct. Then they will give NRB also 8,000, 13,000, 16,000, 14,000. This is correct now? And 18,000. What is the total of this? 69,000. Now the question is that will you compare 75 with 69 or each item separately? Each item separately, that only A has to say, means value will be not 69,000, it will be 8,000 for A, 12,000 for B, 15,000 for C, 14,000 for D, and 18,000 for E. What is the total? 67,000. So this is the answer. This is the value. Understood? So comparison is done on item by item basis. Understood? So they normally ask this type of questions. Also very easy. This is very easy. Correct. If they ask, we'll be able to do it. Point number. Let them byproduct. Byproduct. Now finished product, we understood finished goods. Now whenever we do production process, so sometimes some goods are produced without any intention. For example, if you produce ghee from milk, so milk is raw material, ghee is what? Finished good. But in that process, buttermilk will also come. That can be also sold in the market. So that is known as byproduct. But there was no intention to produce it. Correct? There was no intention. But it can be sold in the market. So what A has to say is that byproduct will not be valued at cost price or NRB whichever is lower. Because we cannot find out a cost price of byproduct. We can find out the cost price of main product, not byproduct. So the byproduct are valued at NRB only. And that NRB, whatever we have calculated, NRB means net realizable value, will be deducted from cost price of main product. Means will be deducted from cost of production. Means any sale value of byproduct will not be transferred to sales account. It is deducted from cost of production. Correct? Just write down. We'll understand this point once again in manufacturing account. So tomorrow we'll do manufacturing, means whenever we'll meet, we'll do manufacturing. Correct? As per AS2, byproduct is valued at what? NRB. NRB means what? Correct. And such value is deducted from what? Manufacturing cost. Understood? To determine what? Cost of finished goods. Cost of finished goods. Understood? Byproduct as secondary product having insignificant value. having insignificant value which are produced along with what? Main product or finished product which are produced with main product. Example write down. Sugarcane juice. So sugarcane juice, what will be came out? That is known as molasses of sugarcane, and that can be sold to farmer for feeding of cow. Means it can be sold. It can be sold. There is some customer of that, so that become byproduct. It is not scrap. Scrap cannot be sold in the market. Scrap, there is a scrap market. So it is not scrap. It is has some customer. So molasses of sugar can become what? Byproduct. Understood? So that was example. The best example is it is also given in the book. I'm just giving so that theory question can be asked. Therefore, I'm just giving what? Some example. Molasses is byproduct in producing what? Sugar. From sugarcane. Correct? Second example, buttermilk I have given. Buttermilk is byproduct in production of butter or ghee, butter, cheese or ghee. Correct? Example. Cost price of closing stock is 10 lakh. Expected sale price 11 lakh, subject to a payment of commission 10%. Calculate what? Value of closing stock. And it's a simple question I have given. Batao. In this question, first we'll find out cost price. Cost price given. So what is the cost price? 10 lakh. Then we need to find out what? NRV. So what is the expected sale price? And what is the expected selling expense? Subject to a payment of commission. Means to sell you need to pay commission. So what is the expected selling expense? 10% 11 lakh means 1 lakh 10,000. So what is NRV? NRV become how much? 9 lakh 90,000. So what is the value? Value will be 10 lakh and 9 lakh 90,000, whichever is. So how much inventory is written down? How much write down? Write down means loss. How much loss? 10 lakh minus 9 lakh. This means write down now. So they may ask you to calculate write down. So write down is 10,000, which will be transferred to PL as a loss. Understood? With this, we completed what? We completed almost all points. Just try some questions. If in that question consignment is coming, so leave that question, give star mark. We'll do that question once again when we come to consignment chapter. Apart from stock on approval, so you have understood. I think you can understand question of stock on approval. Correct? So whatever question not done will be your homework. Chalega. So this chapter is completed from my point of view. Next day we'll start depreciation. We'll start depreciation. Correct? For today this much only. Thank you very much. We'll meet tomorrow. Till then, bye bye. Take care. Enjoy your remaining day.